Well, hello everybody, can do a little bit of shooting today. I got a gun I've been really excited about, and this gun's interesting because it doesn't fit my profile. You know, I'm used to classic 45s and lever guns. This guy is something totally different. A Beretta Tomcat and 32 ACP. I really can't explain why I'm interested in this little guy, but I am. I've been studying about him, been watching YouTube videos on him, and for whatever reason, I am just super excited about this little guy. You know, I'm really kicking the idea around of just pocket carry for concealed carry. You know, I was talking to a guy one night, he goes, the best gun for you to concealed carry is one that you'll actually carry. I find myself with my G2s and my other guns, I'm just not carrying that much. I think if I could have this in a pocket holster, just slip in your pocket and be good to go. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit. I'll do some more videos on it, but anyway, I am super excited about this little guy. Interesting time we're living in right now. Guns are on sale. We haven't seen that in how many years. Beretta's actually on a lot of their products is offering cash rebates. There's a $150 cash rebate on this gun. Makes it very affordable, really. It's down to that entry-level price point with that $150 rebate. They make them with the threaded barrel for suppressor. They're about $100, maybe not quite $100 more than this guy. I chose not to do the suppressor. My way of thinking is this little guy is for concealed carry. You thread a freaking can on there that big, it kind of defeats the purpose. My job with the CIA is they fired me last year, so I don't have any undercover, you know, assassinations to do coming up. So I decided I didn't need this threaded barrel. So the ammunition we're shooting today is Norma. I read a thing about 32 auto ammunition, that the European made stuff has a little bit different rim on it than the American made stuff, and you have a lot less chance of the rim lock. And I honestly looked at that, and with my bad eyesight, I can't tell if it has the beveled rim or not. So we're gonna give it a shot. 31 grain full metal, or excuse me, 73 grain full metal jacket. I watched some videos of, they were testing some Hornet XTPs and some, what I would call a premium jacket hollow point. I don't know if there's quite enough velocity to make these hollow points behave the way they should. That video I seen, none of them opened up. So anyway, I'm just experimenting. They had this ammo on the shelf, so I grabbed a couple boxes. So we're gonna do some shooting with it today. So you guys watch this channel, you know that I am just hung up on accuracy. Does it make a bit of sense to shoot this guy off a bench at 25 yards? Absolutely not. Are we gonna do it anyway? Yes, we are. Just because it's fun, and I've got a little bit different target configuration up there. I'll take you up there and show you, but I've been dying to shoot this thing. I have not shot one round through it, so we're gonna go ahead and take a few shots off the bench. Oh, before I get started doing that, if you guys have seen this, you already know it, but I'm gonna go through the control system anyway. A little bit different. The mag release is clear down here in an unusual spot, in my opinion. Of course, the wind's gonna start blowing, but so that's the mag release. It has no slide stop. You got an empty mag in there, and it has no slide stop. The slide does not stay back. Or excuse me, it does stay back, but it doesn't have a slide stop release to release it. So that's a little bit different. And of course, the tip-up barrel. Get where you guys can see that. So there's the tip-up barrel. So the claim to fame on that is if someone has arthritis, weak hands, things like that, tip the barrel up, put the cartridge in, close it, you're good to go. Is that a real thing? I'm not really sure. The controls on this guy is a little bit stiff. Even pushing that barrel down takes a little bit of hand strength to do that. So is that truly a selling point? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're going to shoot it today, and at 25 yards, see if we can hit the paper. Here we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to just cock the hammer manually and through 3 shots on paper. So we're shooting for accuracy. We'll play around with some double action stuff here in a minute. Wow, that thing is tiny. All right, we're gonna walk and have a look. One nice thing about the tip-up barrel is to make the gun safe. So I'm just gonna grab the mag out of it, operate the tip-up barrel, pull the live cartridge out of the barrel. Now the gun's safe. So that's kind of a neat feature, I think. I mean, especially if you had a novice shooter or something you could teach that concept to. Anyway, we're gonna walk up and have a look. Okay, before we go up and have a look at the target, I'm gonna please ask you guys to subscribe. Had some growth on the channel, really excited about that. You know, look at the analytics. I'm still pretty low percentage-wise. Probably less than 5% of my viewers are subscribed. So if you're watching this, odds are you have not subscribed. So I'm gonna ask you to please do so, give it a thumbs up. So let's walk up and see the target. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what I got. But you know, you guys have shared some good days and some bad days at the range with me. I think we're gonna call today a good day. I'm pretty shocked at what I'm seeing. All right, so what I did a little bit different is I put a sheet of this, it's just like poster paper behind, and here's my point of aim target, because I had no idea where this thing was gonna shoot. Check this out. So here's 1, 2, 3. Dead on money for point of aim versus point of impact. And that's less than a 4-inch group. Hopefully you guys can see the tape measure. I'll grab the marker and mark it, and we might shoot 3 more to make sure that wasn't an accident. All right, well, I don't know if I even should do this. I'm gonna shoot one more 3-shot group at that same target, make sure that wasn't a mistake. I'm a little nervous about it. And honestly, with my track record, I'll probably choke and throw them all over the place. Anyway, that's what's fun about it. We'll do 3 more shots on paper. All right, let's walk up and have a look. Well, guys, sure enough, I jinxed myself. Here's 1, 2, 3. We're gonna mark them, and I might have to do 3 more on paper. Okay, well, we're gonna shoot one more 3-shot group. One thing I'd like to say about this gun is I read an article about this before I bought it. I read several articles, and the one guy was talking how absolutely horrible the single action trigger is on these little guys. Man, I don't know if I could agree with that. This one I've got, is it super smooth? Is it like a 1911 trigger? No, can't say I would agree with that. But to say it's absolutely horrible, no, I wouldn't agree with that either. It's okay, really. I switched glasses. I had my sunglasses on there, and honestly, it's close to 100 degrees out here, and I have been sweating so much that my glasses are pretty dirty. So that's the only excuse I can think of right this minute. So I switched glasses, so I got some clear glasses on now. Hopefully I can do another reasonable group like that first one. Let's give it a try. Okay, let's go have a look. All right, guys, so here we go. Interesting thing, I can visibly only see 2 holes. So here's one, and here's another one. It almost looks like that there's 2 holes right in there. And that's why I put this huge sheet of paper on. There is not a hole anywhere else. So that's the only thing that makes sense. It looks like there's 2 right there together. So if that's the case, you know, that's a fantastic group. All right, well, honestly, I am pleased as punch the way this is shooting. These sights are so tiny on this guy. I mean, it's just almost, with any kind of a glare, any kind of 50-year-old eyesight shortcomings, these sights are pretty rough to see. So to be able to shoot that type of a group on paper at 25 yards, man, I couldn't be happier, honestly. We're gonna shoot this guy. I'm gonna just unload a couple mags on the still gongs downrange, and we're still shooting 25 yards. I'll be shocked if I can't hit pretty good with this guy. We're gonna shoot a few double action. I haven't done that yet. But man, I don't know. I am super happy with this guy. I haven't had any malfunctions with it. Of course, I've only shot, you know, you guys have seen every round I've shot through it. So we're gonna just try to get some rounds downrange with it. I'll tell you, it's a little different shooting offhand for sure. I had a couple hits, couple misses. We're gonna shoot a few more mags. All right, here we go. I was gonna ask you guys, leave any comments if you have experienced reloading for this little 32. You know, I looked at some of the load manuals for it. It only takes 2.2 grains of powder, and looking at like brass and bullet components, everything's available for this guy. There must be more of a cult following than I realized for 32s, because everywhere website I went to in the last couple days, everything's available. Of course, you take a standard small pistol primer, but any of the pistol powders work, you know, unique, universal, tight group. I think any of those, there's good loading data out there for them. Bullets seems pretty easy. I'm a bullet caster and looked at some bullet mold websites. They've got quite a few molds out there in that 75 grain range, powder coated. I think this would work great in this. I'd like to hear from someone with some experience on it. So if you do, please leave some comments, but let's go ahead and empty a few more mags. No misses on that one, so that's a lot of fun. If I was smart, I'd go spray paint that target. We'll see what the groups look like offhand. All right, so I spray painted the target up there. I'm gonna shoot the first one double action, and I'll just empty the whole mag on the target, then we'll walk up and have a look. All right, let's go see how it looks. All righty, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that I missed one. I was a little bit to the left. I see it on one of them. Tells me I need some practice, but I'll tell you, the gun is shooting great. All right, well, I got one more mag. That was so much fun. We're gonna do it one more time on that clean silhouette target. We'll go have a look after. Well, at least we got them all on the steel that time. Well, maybe we didn't get them all on there. There's only 7 on the target. Maybe I did miss one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty consistent there. I think those were my last few shots. I think with a little bit of practice, a guy can get pretty consistent with this gun, but man, I just couldn't be happier with it. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night. Please leave some comments. I think I've really found some very interest in this gun. Of course, everybody knows when you reload, and of course I don't buy factory ammo unless I absolutely have to, but you know, it's a pretty big investment by the time you get dies, shell plates, you know, conversion kits for the deal and all that stuff. Pretty big investment in it. So I hope I get some comments about reloading for this little guy. I've read a few things about it saying that they're a little bit of a headache because everything's so small, but shoot, I think if a guy got casting his own bullets, powder coating them, and successfully reloading that way, you could do a whole heck of a lot of shooting on a pretty minimal budget with 2 grains of powder, casting your own bullets. So I am super excited about this 32. This little Beretta, I couldn't be happier with the gun. So anyway, please subscribe if you have. Please leave some comments, and we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching.